What's going on, everybody? It's Spicy Topics. So I just want to come fast just to recap. Let me move this thing out the way. There we go. Just to recap on what's been going on all week following George Floyd's murder by a cop. What's up, everybody? And to anybody that's in the replay of this video, I'm Spicy Topic because I always got to bring the spice with the topic. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. Okay. And thank everybody who is joining me on such a short notice. Of course, I didn't schedule it because I'm spontaneous. Anyway, I want to start it off with y'all just basically hearing Harris Faulkner did an interview with Fox News. Harris Faulkner is a Black woman who works with Fox News. If anybody is aware or not aware, Fox News is basically a channel that all the way supports Trump. Candace Owens, she's a Fox News chick. So you know Candace Owens a Fox News chick, then you pretty much have an idea of what they are all about. Wanted to play some of the video. I don't know if I can get away with playing the entire video, but I'm going to play. It's a long one. I will play it, but it's a long video. I think y'all will find it interesting. She, again, is a Black woman who works for Fox News. And she's actually impressed me. I don't like anybody. I don't like Ben Carson, who is another Black man who works for Fox News, because he's another Candace Owens. It's one thing to be a Republican. You can choose to be a Republican. You know, a lot of my views are Republican views, and I'm not a Republican. I don't even know if I'm Democrat anymore. I don't know if I'm any of those at this point. I think that both parties have a lot to do to prove to Black people that you matter in this world, in this America, in this country, and not in this world for them, of course, because they are the presidents or whatever, and we Democrat, and that's the United States. But yes, we matter in the entire world. We're everywhere. And when we say Black Lives Matter, and again, thanks everybody who is here, when we say Black Lives Matter, it is an insult to say all lives matter. And I had to tell my coworker that it's an insult to throw that in our face at the time. This guy put it perfectly. Said, if you go to a doctor and you have a broken ankle, the doctor's not going to ask you about every bone but the ankle. You're going to say, doctor, but it's my ankle that's hurting. It's not my arm. It's not my neck. It's not my head. It's my ankle that's broken. Okay, you want him to directly fix what's broken. And that is the same way that we have to look at the whole situation with Black Lives Matter. Too many times Black people are getting killed by police officers. Trump does not want to get rid of police officers. He's not even with defunding police officers. But Trump is not taking the brutality serious. So we can expect him not to care about defunding them or getting rid of them. Now, I'm not with getting rid of them unless y'all gangbangers are going to step up and stop fighting each other, stop going against each other, and just fight for us, be our police officer. I'm not with dismantling them. I am with, if there are white police officers that don't like Black people, they're white and they don't like Black people, they wasn't raised in the ghetto, they don't want anything to do with hood, they look at us as 3/5 of a human, then they don't need to be in our area. They don't need to patrol our area. And when I call, I don't need them to come to my neighborhood if you don't like me. So yes, I think they have to definitely do more tests, more training. Find out if these people even like Black people. How do they see us? And get to know that before you dismantle them altogether. Get to know who's working for you. Because what I see, you're hiring murderers, people that have licenses to kill people. And they not only killing Black people. There was a Latin man named Bernardo Palacios. That's his name, Palacios, Bernardo Palacios. And he was killed by a cop. He was running away from a police officer. And I was going to add him, but I didn't add him because I got it at the last minute. He was running away from a police officer. Yes, he had a weapon. They were called because he had a weapon. And you could hear everything in the dispatch. The body cam of the officer also more evidence that he had a weapon. And even when he died and the body cam showed the video, he had a gun. But he was running away from the officer. He never shot at the officer. You even heard him saying, I want to live. I just know that you have to, in my opinion, as a cop, you have to expect that people are going to be crazy. There was this other Black guy recently, yesterday actually, who was, they said, on and what do you call them, amphetamines, something like that. He was on amphetamines, and he was like, I guess, on something that made him trip, and he was acting out crazy, loco. And he got arrested. He was resisting arrest, but the man was obviously not in his mind. They could have called the white jacket to come get him, whatever you call those, the psych ward, because the man was absolutely crazy. You could obviously see that he wasn't in his right mind. So they had the camera that showed when he was in the police station. I hope it's nothing wrong. I hope y'all can hear me. Hey y'all, hey everyone, Adrian, Bobby, thank y'all for coming, Dee. And so yeah, you could see that what they did, it was all white cops, one black man. And I'm so sick of seeing that too. I am so sick of seeing all white military, all white cops when it's time to honor people. Why are there not no black people? When I didn't stay in the Air Force, so I'm not taking the credit for being an airman or nothing, but I was in basic training. Okay, I could have stayed. I didn't want to stay. I changed my mind, and I'm glad I did. And I don't recommend anyone go to the military at this point, because I don't like how they do you. Even Trump did its commencement for the 2020 military graduates, Army graduates, today, and it was live. And the first thing I saw, and I stumbled on it, I didn't even click on it, but the first thing I see is white. I don't see no black people. That's a lie. When I was in basic training, there was black generals, black lieutenants, black majors, black master sergeants. There were black trainers. Mine was all black. I didn't have one. And there were white ones. I didn't have a white one. I had all black. So why are we always on the front line? Why are we your damn shield? But when it's time to honor us for our work, for our training, because they train soldiers. Why are they not out there so you can honor them? That's what I'm tired of seeing. And anyway, the police station, the man, they choked this man. They choked him until you see him stop moving. And I have to, later on, if I come across it, I have to bring his name up so you'll know what I'm talking about. Everything was live. The man died. They killed the man right there. I don't know if it was yesterday or if it just came out to surface yesterday. They murdered this man. The man pulled the white woman's hair, and she was, I guess, staff at the police station. Oh, they got mad, but you could see the man was not right in the head. Do you kill people if they're not right in the head? They don't even know where they are. They're not here with you now. Do you murder them? And is that a procedure to choke the man? Then they shackled the man's ankles down. They choked the man, and they said that he spit on the officer. How did he spit on the... Okay, so why are you in front of him choking him then? I would imagine if he spit, they have these things that you put over their head, look like a bag over their head. Like, there's other ways. I don't believe that happened. I don't. That is not something we do. I don't see us doing that shit they do. But for real. Every time somebody, a Karen, a barbecue Betty, or a Karen, or anybody, you know how they do. They name them women. Every time they the ones that spitting on people. Disgusting. And I don't even like using that word, but that happened. So I want to show you an interview that I actually respect. What's her name? Hold up. What is her name? Because I want to get her name right. Oh, Harris Faulkner of Fox News. Check this out. And she asked the tough questions. Let's take a look. You guys will like this, I think. I watched some of it, but I'm not going to play the entire thing because it's real long. Whenever it plays. And let me know if y'all can't hear this, please. I just hope it plays. My computer is... never buy an all-in-one computer, yo. Never, ever. They're the worst
interview amid the growing firestorm over police protests and race relations and more. This is Outnumbered Overtime. I'm Harris Faulkner. I had the chance to meet with the president in Dallas, Texas.
Can y'all hear this?
Wide-ranging conversation on a host of issues, including his plans.
Hold on.
For police reform and what he thinks the protesters want. I also asked him about one of his most controversial tweets and got his reaction to some fiery remarks recently from Joe Biden. We'll get to that a little bit later. First, the president weighing in on the rising tensions in the nation.
Thanks, Didi.
And where we go from here. You know, Mr. President, with all that's happened in the last couple of weeks, I feel like we are at one of those historical moments where future generations will look back and they'll decide who we were. Are you the president to unite all of us, given everything that's happening right now?
Well, I certainly think so, and I certainly hope so. And the relationships we have are incredible. The spirit of this country, and especially considering what happened. I mean, we had out of nowhere a plague come in from China. It just came in, and it came to all over the world. It went all over the world. You look at 186 countries, and they were devastated. And we were certainly hit very hard. Some were hit harder than us, relatively, but we were hit very, very hard. And now we're making our comeback. And then on top of it, we had the riots, which were unnecessary to the extent they were. If the governors and mayors would have taken us.
And I'm not going to keep stopping this, y'all, but I want y'all to take note that he's in front of a black woman, right? But this is a black woman that supports him. Is it fair to assume that it's people like Candace Owens and Ben Carson's fault that the United States president or any white person who is constantly praised by them, praised by Candace, they praise Trump, and he retweeted the tweet Candace put out that says that George Floyd wasn't a hero. She doesn't approve of him. She brought out all the bad things he did. Well, he already expects, in my opinion, that Harris is also a black hater. But check what she does out. I love what she does. She's very, very, very good at it.
Stronger action. I think the riots would have been, you could call them protesters, you could call them riots. They were different nights, different things. In Minneapolis, they went numerous nights, and then I said, you got to get the guard in there. We got the guard in there, and it all stopped. They could have done that earlier. Now you look at what's going on in I mean, you could look at a couple of places that are in such great shape, but then you look at Seattle, look at that. What's that all about? How do they allow that to happen? That's just a bad philosophy. So I think it's incredible where we are and what we've done considering where we came from. We were riding high. We're the greatest economy in history. We had the greatest employment numbers in history, including Black, African-American. If you look at the African-American numbers, were incredible, the best they've ever been. Spanish, if you look at Hispanic and Asian numbers, women numbers, everybody. And then we got hit with this plague, this horrible plague, and it was devastating for many ways, including the lives that were lost. That can never be regained. The economics, we're going to gain. Economically, we're going to be great. Next year, we're going to have a fantastic year. I think we're going to have a fantastic third quarter. But you can never replace the lives.
I want to talk with you about where we are just in terms of the Black community, people of color.
Yeah.
You know, I hear you use the word rioter, and I understand. We covered it on Fox News. I covered much of that at night as it was bursting a couple of Saturday nights ago.
Right.
The looting. And it was heartbreaking to see businesses, small businesses, which we know employ north of 66% of people in America. Yeah, it was. At the same time, you had peaceful protesters, and they were hurting. And I know from your team, you watched that 8 minutes and 46 seconds of George Floyd. And Mr. President, your response to that is different than a person of color. And I'm a mom. When he called out mom on that tape, it's a heart punch. So I'm curious from you, what do you think?
Hey, Roberta.
Not the looters and the rioters. We're intelligent enough to know the difference in our country, right? What do you think they want? What do you think they need right now from you?
So I think you had protesters for different reasons, and then you had protesting also because, you know, they just didn't know.
Congratulations.
I watched it very closely. Why are you here? And they really weren't able to say, but they were there for a reason perhaps, but a lot of them really were there because they're following the crowd. A lot of them were there because what we witnessed was a terrible thing. What we saw was a terrible thing. And we've seen it over the years. We haven't, you know, this was one horrible example, but you've seen other terrible examples. You know that. better than anybody would know it. And I know it. I've seen it too. I've seen it before I was president.
What do you say to
during
them?
the presidency? I've seen it. I think it's a shame. I think it's a disgrace, and it's got to stop. At the same time, you also know that we have incredible people in law enforcement, and we have to cherish them and take care of them. And we can't let something like this, where you have a bad apple, go out and.
So I had to stop it. I'm not gonna, you guys, this is on Fox News as well. Her name is Harris Faulkner, if you want to look it up, because I know it's hard to find things. But I wanted to say again, you don't even like the lack of empathy, the lack of acknowledgement. The first thing a man of character, a man that understands love, that has it, would mention is the tragedy. This man can't mention it because he doesn't have it.
Destroy the image of of millions of people that take really good care of us. And then you have a movement where they say, let's not have a police department. And you say, where are these people coming from?
All right. So do you think you're perhaps closer than the nation might have ever been right now with police reform? You've got both sides talking. You've got the third most powerful person in the House, James Clyburn, saying no to defunding police. We need reform. What are you in favor
Well, that's
of?
a big step when he says no, because everyone understands that. And I don't know, is that just a phrase to break things up?
No, because he was
Where are
talking
they
about
coming?
some of the things that would be in a bipartisan bill. I mean, I can't put words in his mouth. I can only tell you.
No, I'm
what he
not
said.
talking about him. I'm saying when they talk about police, when they actually talk about beyond defunding, they actually go all out, because defunding to a lot of people means break up the police forces, and either that or don't give them any money. So
So what do you
essentially
want to
they're breaking
see?
it up.
Like, what is
I want to
policing reform to
see.
you?
I want to see really compassionate but strong law enforcement, police force, but law enforcement.
Say no
And
to
I don't want to see
chokeholds?
mistakes. Yeah, I don't like chokeholds. Now I will say this, as somebody that you grow up and you wrestle and you fight and or you see what happens. Sometimes if you're alone and you're fighting somebody who's tough, and you get somebody in a chokehold, what are you going to do? Say, oh, and it's a real bad person, and you know that, and they do exist. I mean, we have some real bad people. You saw that during the last couple of weeks. You saw some very good people protesting. You saw some bad people also, and you get somebody in a chokehold, and what are you going to do now? Let go and say, oh, let's start all over again. I'm not allowed to have you in a chokehold. It's a tough situation. Now, if you have two people,
Hell yeah.
in the case that we're talking about,
Right.
you had 4 people.
Yeah.
And 2 of them, I guess, just pretty much started. It's a very tricky situation. But
That's an
so the
interesting
chokehold
point.
thing is good, because to talk about, because off the cuff it would sound like absolutely. But if you're thinking about it, then you realize maybe there is a bad fight, and the officer gets somebody in a position that's
So
a
you
very
say
tough
it's a
position.
sliding scale depending on what the circumstances
I
are.
think you have to probably
Do
say.
you want to be in that conversation? Are you in that conversation?
I
right now?
really am. And I think the concept of chokehold sounds so innocent, so perfect. And then you realize if it's a one-on-one, now if it's 2-on-1, that's a little bit of a different story, depending on the toughness and strength. We're talking about toughness and strength. We are talking, there's a physical thing here also. But if a police officer is in a bad scuffle and he's got somebody
Well,
in a
if it's a
chokehold,
one-on-one fight for the life.
yeah, and
that's
that
what
does
you're saying.
happen. And that does happen.
But
too.
it's-
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna stop that because I can't play the whole video. But that was a really interesting interview, and I was really happy that she did not back down. I mean, I like the ways that she went for it. And what do y'all think about that? See you later, Ardreen. Dee says he doesn't care about being a president. This was a business move. Absolutely. I saw him on SNL saying that he was very rich. This man is not concerned. I think he's a dictator. I don't think he is a dictator by his actions. The fact that he kept saying 2 in strength. So is he acknowledging that black people are physically stronger? Or I don't know. That's just my assumption. I know we're really strong people. Okay, our men are strong, best athletes ever. So like, I just the fact that he kept saying 2 and it wasn't the case. The case was it was 4. And you can see in all these cases that none of them, when you talk about Ahmaud, you talk about George Floyd, the two men that we're talking about. Even when you go back to Eric Garner, these men was not resisting arrest. We saw them on videotape, and it just stunned me that it's sickening to me. Like when Ahmaud Arbery was murdered, he said he tweeted, I saw it, I saw the tape. And I'm not, and this is not his exact words, but what he did mention was that he liked to see what else they didn't show. What? How could you even look for what they didn't show when you have what they showed you in front of you? What they showed you was the entire the jogging all the way from somewhere when these two men in a truck and the man that's following him videotaping it, McMichaels and Rhodey, all trapping this man in. They were in a vehicle, like they wasn't out and they wasn't struggling. The video did not start at the point of a struggle. The video started at the point when there is a man jogging and two men in a truck. How do they come out of the truck and start attacking the man? There's nothing more to see. Even when you talk about the white man that was not failed but was pushed and bust his head. I mean, that touched me. That could have been my dad, my grandfather. It could have been anybody, any man in your family. And yes, he's white, but I don't care about that. I'm different. I don't care that he's white. I seen what happened. I saw what happened. The cops pushed the man down and he bust his head and blood came out of his ear. And I won't stop saying I acknowledge God showing this. He's showing the brutality, the things we don't see, y'all. We don't see it. We're home. We're at work. We're chilling. We out. We don't see what goes on. We see now that there is a major problem. This is not even a fraction of all the people that have been assaulted by the police. Tupac Shakur, I was just watching yesterday that he was beat up by cops back in the day when he was living. He just walked across the street to the bank. At that time, he wasn't driving, and he was walking to the bank, and the cops started to insult him over his name. They asked, what's your name? He said, Tupac Shakur. Oh, is that your name? Your mother gave you that name? What kind of name is that? They were disrespectful. They was antagonizing him, agitating, every word you could think of, bullying, trying to start trouble with this guy. So the guy's like, fuck you, fuck the police, F the police, this and that. What you expect people to do? So everybody's not a weakling. You have no right. I don't care if you're a police officer. To me, you are a murderer with a badge. You are a legal murderer. Anybody that just attacks a man for no reason. And it's just disgraceful. No, all police officers are not bad. The one police officer that helped me, he wasn't white. He was Latino. He happened to be Spanish. But this guy was my knight in shining armor when me and my mom, we needed it. I had a video about it. I did it. We were harassed by the man upstairs from us. The man had a weapon. The man was threatening. He was banging and banging and banging. And what we going to do? What we going to do? Fight the man? So we called the police. 5 white police officers came, if at least. And 2 of them were women. None of them heard us out. None of them wanted to help. They said, oh, that's not a threat. So I cussed them out too, like Tupac. What do you expect? We're insulted when you want us to respect you, but you disrespecting us. That's not how it works. Everyone knows that. You have to respect people to get respect. So yeah. That's how I feel. Okay. Moving right along. One of the things that recently came about, and I don't think this was a smart move, but Trump dismantled, got rid of healthcare for the LGBTQ community, people that are transgender, and I don't know the other names. They changed their sex or they don't want to identify as the natural way they were born. And Trump does not want to support those people when it came to healthcare. He wants you to, if you are a male, born a male, I should say, then that's what you should put when it comes to healthcare. He doesn't want to pay for transgender healthcare because, he does not believe he believes in the traditional lifestyle, not the alternative. So I wanted to touch on that just to give y'all an idea what that's all about. Let's get your feelings and views on that, because I know that's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people. A lot of people don't go with the alternative way. Some do. I always had there was always, gay people in my life somewhere. We're friends, people who I work with, that I would never say I don't hate anyone. I hate the sin, and then when I say that, I hate the sin of Trump. I wasn't even thinking about them when I said it, because do I hate the sin of the homosexual lifestyle? I don't hate it. That's not my preference. I just feel like when it comes to transgender, really, I feel like they have to be patient with people, because if you were Billy all your life, all of your life, say you're 33 years of life, and then you change your sex and you want people to recognize you as a woman's name, I think you should not get, it's not a hate crime if I can't acknowledge that, because if I'm used to calling you what you were born as, you should have patience with people. So it can be a rough thing for me when it comes to identifying you. I might say he, I might call you by your wrong name, and you could get offended and insulted and accuse me, and that's not fair to me, because you have to give people a chance. But yes, he's dismantling that. And I just want to read, hopefully, if the article is long, I'm not reading it, but I'm just gonna, so we can get to know what's going on with that. I just want to let y'all see that, because you never know who could be homosexual in the audience at any point. You can see this video. It doesn't have to be now. It could be 10 weeks from now. Anyway, enough for me. Okay. Civil rights protections in healthcare. A rule finalized on Friday by the Department of Health and Human Services means that the federal government, let me put these glasses on. The federal government no longer recognizes gender identity as an avenue for sex. What's this? For sex. What? Did something happen to the live? Okay, let me continue. Hopefully it didn't. Federal government no longer recognizes gender identity as an avenue for sex discrimination in healthcare. Excuse me, guys. The Trump administration on Friday finalized a regulation that will erase protections for transgender patients against discrimination by doctors, hospitals, and healthcare insurance companies. A move announced on the 4-year anniversary of the massacre at a gay nightclub in Orlando in the middle of Pride Month. What do y'all think about these moves? Talk to me. Talk to me, because I don't see no movement, and I don't even know if I'm still alive. Because, it be things. Just what do y'all think about these moves? He's doing it. And remember the massacre that happened? Was it in Florida? Guy comes in, shoots people all up. He's dismantled that on the anniversary. Trump also was going to do his first rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was massacred, and that was a tragic day, 1921, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in Black Wall Street. White racists, KKK, all the people that hate black people came and killed kids, men, women, black people, destroyed their businesses, destroyed their lives. Yes, there were survivors, thank God. But Trump was going to do his rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And here you see it, where he's this bill that he's no longer protecting them LGBTQ identities. I'm just checking to see if I'm still live. So yeah, what do y'all think about that? Hey Tex, good, I'm still live. Hey J Rock. Yeah, y'all, what do you think about that? It says, okay, so I start here. 4-year anniversary of the massacre at a gay nightclub in Orlando in the middle of Pride Month. The rule, which does not differ much from a proposed version released last year, is part of a broad Trump administration effort across multiple areas of policy, including education, housing, and employment, as well as healthcare, to narrow the legal definition of sex discrimination so that it does not include protections for transgenders. So that it does not, we don't want to include the LGBTQ community for healthcare when it comes to trying to be a sex you wasn't born with. We're not going to protect you. We don't want to protect you. That's what that said. The Affordable Care Act, the 2010 law, often known as Obamacare, established broad civil rights protections in healthcare, barring discrimination based on race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability in any health program or activity that receives federal financial assistance. The Obama administration interpreted the provision about sex discrimination to include discrimination on the basis of gender identity under the original 2016 rule. Healthcare providers and insurers, I'm from Delaware, so the R's is hard for me to say. I say them over say them. Would have been required to provide and cover medically appropriate treatment for transgender patients. So he's trying to dismiss. He's trying to take off. Hey, Stephanie. He's trying to take away everything Obama did. Dismantle. This is the thing. I don't think it's fair to say that black people don't want to support Trump. People want you to fight for them. We want you to have our back. We want to know that our leader has a heart for human beings. What you doing leading people if you don't care? What are you doing? We don't need that. So no, we will not support a leader that has done everything to defy everything we stand for. Just like Harris just interviewed with Trump, which again, I really love her. I love the way she did that. I always look at that. I always look at how the interaction goes. Are you afraid? Are you intimidated? Are you ghetto? I look at that and I see professionalism. I don't see fear. She asked all those questions. Y'all check out that interview. Only that interview. I don't know. Check Fox News. I don't like Fox News, but I do watch it here and there because I'm blogging. But Harris Faulkner, she did a very good job interviewing Trump on those tough questions. Trump did not acknowledge the tragic murder, bloodshed of black men. He acknowledged the riots. He talked about the looting. He talked about what else? I don't know. I forgot. I can't think of it at this moment, but he talked about how cops they deal with strong people sometimes. And what if they have to choke you, basically? Motherfucker, you don't got to choke. You don't have to choke. If somebody does not cooperate, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I don't think killing a person. I mean, when you want them to have a day in court so you can have justice served, like if they've done something wrong, then the best way to handle it is to allow them to live to see that justice served. Now, I mean, this thing is tricky, but I'm not an expert at this, but I don't think you have to murder people that's running away from you if he didn't shoot at you. I don't think you have to murder people that is not even in their mind. They're not in their right mind. They don't even know who they are. I think you do have to subdue them so they won't hurt themselves or anybody else, but that does not mean kill them. So what you're looking at is you have to find out who these people you hire. Who are they? What are they hiding about themselves? Do they even like all people? You have to be a people person if you want a public job. Take calls. I always love taking calls. I like sitting down and being able to help people solve their problems. And I have to like all races. I can't secretly hate white people because it's going to come out. It's not going to be fair. What am I going to be doing? No, I got to like these people. they have to trust me that I'm not putting stuff on them and trying to hurt them. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Trump is doing away with healthcare for the LGBTQ community if they identify if you was born. Oh, thank you so much, Jihad. Let me make sure I read. I would love to see what you have to say. Let me take this thing off. Jihad says, as a heterosexual black woman that honors the black family, do you think your identity and rights are at risk? That's a great question. Due to anti-black family groups, y'all. What do you think? And let me see. Do I think that as a heterosexual black woman, me too, that honors the black family, me too. I honor the traditional way that God likes. That's what I honor. Do you think that your identity and rights are at risk due to anti-black family groups? That's a good question. I think that that's the one thing Trump, hopefully I'm answering this question right. Trump is for traditional relationships. In this time and period, do I think that my rights are at risk? As a black woman, yes. I think that, yes, our rights are at risk. My identity, We got to do another live. We got to touch some sensitive issues that's going to make them be people's mad. We're going to have a conversation. Because if I really tell y'all, I think that no. And I don't hate. I love. Okay. And love is that universal code that always reach. I do think that in some ways, just like they had that topic a little while ago of homosexual men calling women fish. Is that what you mean, sort of, Jihad? Like if I say that, I would say there was a lot of black women that would agree that that's a cool way to describe somebody. There was a homosexual man saying, oh, no, that's a term of endearment. No, it's not. It's not a term of endearment. We got to have these conversations. So we won't have to get that deep with it. I do think that if women that are heterosexual, I think if they keep agreeing because they want to be accepted and approved, they want approval from the homosexual people, then look, nobody's gonna ever make me feel cornered. So me personally, my identity is never at risk because I'm always going to be a woman, born a woman, and tradition will always win because this is the way God created. That does not mean alternative can't happen. It happens. It's reality. I don't think that my identity, because you can never be me, but and I don't like that term, by the way, fish. That's disrespectful. And what do you think about it, Jahi? Can you explain? And I'll put it up here. And while we doing that, so for y'all to know, he did dismantle that. That's gone. There was a bill passed. I'm reading. There was a bill passed that allows cops to stop any Latin person due to suspicion. Just stop them. They look guilty. You know, you got cops that just stop people. Just look suspicious. So they passed a bill just so they can do it. That's crazy. I want to play a video where there's a conversation that leads on to suspicion and how it can be fatal entirely to an innocent person. Okay. So the conversation turns into dispute. Y'all remember Quanell X? Remember Malia Davis, the beautiful little baby? Let me move this. That was murdered by, what's the guy's name? Last year, it was a 4-year-old beautiful child in Texas, Houston, where people thought and still think that her mom had something to do with her death. And I know Injustice Investigations did it. And I'm about to read your comment text. Texas Black Diamond, make sure y'all go subscribe over to her because she does have a YouTube too. Yes, though. Quanell X is going to go in. He's going to go in. I want to show y'all this, but yeah, they passed a law that allows Latins to be questioned, and that's just wrong. It's again another racially ambiguous tactic, just making it legal, and I don't like that. Texas Black Diamond says, the Black Wall Street was whites that were very jealous of Black coming up with their help. Trump wanted to create that feeling again by going to Oklahoma. Yes. And I'm definitely going to talk about that in a second. Absolutely. He did. I mean, what were you trying to do? That's basically middle finger up. Fuck you. Like in the middle of what we going through. That to me, yes, Texas Black Diamond, put your link in the thing if you want to. So, because I know people later on be watching the videos too. But absolutely, and with all the rage right now, let's just be honest. Black people winning. We winning. You know, we've been treated unfairly. We have been looked on as the underdog when we know damn well, they know damn well that we are a mighty and a powerful people. We will forever be that. That's why Trump says, oh, they have, in the video I played, he said that what if they're strong? Because you already know we strong. You already know that it's going to take 2-3 people, at most times, because we just built to, and I'm not saying nobody else is, but look, let's just So right now with black people, with the things that's happening, we protesting. The world is not only black, but a lot of races are protesting with us, which is a beautiful thing. That you have white people that is acknowledging, look, that's not right. That's fucked up what they did to George. That is wrong what they did to George. I can't sit back and allow this anymore. My friends are black. A lot of the things that I learned was from black people. A lot of the people I respect are black people. And I'm not going to sit back as a white person and allow white privilege to keep going and killing and murdering people just because they can. So I am very happy that people, even I saw some Asian people who recently was discriminating over in China against black people, saying that, talking to Africans, telling Africans they had to leave China, refusing to take care of Chinese of African people that would stand over there in China, kicking them out of their homes, not allowing them to go to McDonald's, humiliating them, allowing them to die due to coronavirus. Why? Because they put out there that black people are dying from it. They try to put that on us. They try to put AIDS on us. They try to put everything on us. And I think white people, Asian people, that the couple of them that do care, I think they just got fed up with it. Because even them, they don't want to be stereotyped along with the rest of them. They couldn't take it, So I think that's why they stood up for us, and I appreciate that. And so why would I think with all the rage and us winning and how much attention we're getting, and a lot of people don't agree with him, how he's being scrutinized, how he on display. Everybody, what's the word? Exposed. He's being exposed. Everybody sees now that you are the problem. They point the finger at him. Trump, you're the problem. His people, Romney, a Republican. Mattis was what? A secretary of the, I don't know, previous secretary, or he was somebody of the military that said, you know what? This ain't right. He quit working with Trump, and he spoke out about him. GOP, the military chief that walked with Trump when he did the stupid photo op in front of the church with the Bible turned upside down. He turned against it. And he said, I apologize for that. I walked across. I'm ashamed of that. People are seeing that this man looks bad. So yes, I think he was doing that as a fuck you to black people. And he's never going to say it. They do that smart, slick ass stuff sometimes where they are underhand and they as in nasty, not all, but racist. Okay. Because when I say white racist, I don't want, there are not all white people are not evil. The ones that have love, you see the love, you know what I'm saying. But the ones that's against blacks and we know they're racist, that was a fuck you to us to do that on Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we reign over there. Our people reign. They had their businesses. They were murdered. Imagine your child being killed just because they black and they're rich or making good money. Imagine that, a child, and no other thought to it. Just kill them, massacre. Jai said, we can't let these anti-man, anti-black family groups exploit our women's righteousness against us. Exactly. We can't. And you know what? We glad to be black, strong women. We glad. If you white, you strong and you got a loving heart. And you don't look at in your Latin or your Chinese, but when you're black, it's tough for us. And this is why when Nicki Minaj, and I love Nicki Minaj, on another type of celebrity video, I talk about Nicki. I love Nicki Minaj. I love her music. I love her hard work. She always been a role model, even though we're the same age. She is a role model to women. People don't look at her as that. Not the way she dressed, because everybody don't agree with that over sexualized image. But when it comes to all the shit she took, and I'm looking at shit she went through, which I want to get to in a second. But let me move on to and before that, let me read Texas comment while I move on to show y'all. Texas said, I still feel her mother was a part. I do too. Resting, what that mean? I know it's something good. Okay, our Houston baby, Malia Davis. Yes, I do too. I believe her mom was a part. And Acevedo, who was the chief police over there in Houston, I saw him. I know y'all saw him when it came to the Black Lives Matter movement. He was on CNN or MSNBC as well. He was with us, but in my mind, I'm like, and I'm about to play Quanell X's video, but yeah, he was up there And in my mind, I'm like, you up there, but I think him and the mom, what was her name? The mom, Malia Davis's mom. I think that he and her they could have had something going on, and he kind of covered it up and put it under the rug, threw it under the rug. I hope I'm wrong, but I saw how close she got to him to kind of take the heat off of her daughter's back, and I don't think that shit is right. That is a baby, you know. Hold up. Okay, so now here, Quanell and Justice Investigations caught him, and Quanell with the perm. He don't got no perm no more, Scott. So let's show y'all this, this gets heated. It's a real quick video. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I hope I'm showing y'all the right thing. Yes. So again, this is about a law that was passed. Okay, it was about a law that was passed to be able to pull people over and question them if they are Spanish, for no reason. Because people gonna overdo that. They pass these laws so the cops can have a right to stop you and question you. So check this out, y'all.
So the bill has hit Governor Abbott's desk and has been signed by Governor Abbott. Basically, the anti-sanctuary city bill has been passed and is now law. And what that bill says is that if local law enforcement or state police view a criminal activity afoot, they make a stop on that state crime, and then they can inquire into the status of an individual's residence.
Okay, so I'm a little wrong about that.
A lawful U.S. citizen? Are they here with a green card? Are they a permanent resident alien? Or are they here illegally without documentation? And if they are here illegally without that documentation, then the feds can get involved and then they can take it from there. I think this is a fantastic law. It is time to start enforcing the laws that are on the books instead of the state and local officials legislating from their own little tiny offices.
It's an awful law because it's nothing more than a legal way for law enforcement to racially profile Mexicans and Hispanics. This law was written into existence by Governor Abbott to specifically go after a said group of demographics here in the state of Texas. Secondly, it is awful that we want to call them illegal immigrants to the point to where if a cop does not do his job according to this law, he can be charged and arrested, and the cities can be given a $25,000 fine per day. Well, we'll put a cop in jail for not asking somebody's immigrant status, but we won't put cops in jail for shooting and killing unarmed black people.
That's not true. And
Thirdly,
that's way too far of a step. Murder is against the law.
Yeah, but it's not against the law when you kill black people and you're a cop. See, the problem in America and this state
What about the Dallas case where that cop was just charged with
was
murder?
Video to show he was absolutely lying.
So you can't make these broad statements. It's just
because
simply not true.
often there's video, ma'am, where we are killed by cops and nobody ever goes to jail. Ask Eric Garner's family that. Ask the family right there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Brother Alton Sterling's family.
But
they're not getting justice. So video don't mean nothing for us. But let's get back to the immigrants. I would say to the Hispanic and Mexican community, what you got to do now, hook up with the black community and unite in political power, because if Mexicans and black people unite in Texas, we can control the governor, we can control the lieutenant governor, and we can control politics in Texas, period. I'm saying to Latino brothers and sisters, don't fight them by yourself. If you hook up with black people and we unite, I'm telling you, we can run Texas and then pass laws to deal with those who hate us.
You're advocating for criminal activity, Quanell. These people are not here lawfully. They need to do what our ancestors did, what many Mexicans have done.
No. Wait a minute.
Many, don't interrupt me.
Your ancestors came here illegally. Wasn't nothing legal about your ancestors.
Listen.
They came illegally and they murdered, they raped, they pillaged a whole race of people. This country, Texas, Arizona, California, belongs to Mexicans.
Quanell, get back
it was
to the
stole from them.
You
so
tell me to get back to the point.
They came here illegally.
No, you're not being fair to me here. You say stay on topic. I say, okay, we'll stay on topic. And then as soon as we start talking about illegal immigration, you go back to the black issue. Let's stay on topic.
Your ancestors are the master illegal immigrants.
Give me the opportunity to respond in that, you know what? We're all Americans here. And if you are here legally, absolutely, then we need to come together and we need to pass good laws for enforcing the laws.
Well, perhaps the Native Americans should have passed laws against your ancestors.
That was hilarious to me. That was hilarious. Do y'all agree? Hope this thing falling. I agree. And that conversation came up before. Hey, Angie Pooh. That conversation came up before. They always tell you go back to your country. This ain't your country. You go, but now it's time to tell them that tell you. Oh, wait a minute. You stole this country from who? The Aztecs, Indians? You stole them from Native Americans. According to your own history, U.S. history, that we all, we went to school, we studied these things. They gave us their version of the history. So he put her in her place. Don't take it there with me. And I like what Cornell said. If the Latina and Black community come together, the minorities, then it would, like, we can fight with each other. Like I said, rest in peace to Bernardo Palacios. He was killed by a cop. I don't know when, but it just came back out. All this stuff is coming back out now. He was killed by a cop while he was running away. So rest in peace. And like I said, like Cornell said, if we come together, I truly agree that so much we could pass laws. We could pass laws together. Now, in what you were saying, Tex, yeah, he be going off. Yes, he goes off. And what you were saying, Tex, Regina King, she was one of the first people that I saw celebrity-wise that said anything, that had any kind of explanation in her, like gave her opinion as to why Trump, what he's saying to the Black community when he wants to do his first rally at a time right now on Juneteenth, the day that slavery was abolished, done, June 19th, at Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She gave her opinion, and I'm not going to play all the other parts of the video because the thing is long and I got to get ready to go to work, which again, I appreciate y'all chilling with me today. But I do want to show y'all that what happened before I do that. See, I'm working with a different system today. See, y'all, don't ever get an all-in-one computer. The computer where you just get the mouse, the keyboard, and the monitor. Don't ever get them, because I had got God bless me, and I got all this equipment. But then when I go to do the video, the live stream, it looked worse than 1970 because of the computer. You can't really do nothing with it. So now I got to get another computer. So that takes time. But yeah, while I'm doing that, let me put up a comment here. This is a good healthy one. Let's see. Without NRA and money, they have no power. That's how they gain power, with guns to control. They are ISIS terrorists. They kill more people than anybody. I'm not prejudiced at all, but the truth, yes, absolutely. When me and Nate went to the gun shop, my boyfriend, when we went to the gun shop the gun range, and we went to go look at some guns. I had fun too, yeah. Woo! At first I was against it. I was like scared, but when I got there, I was a professional on that floor. I had me a 22. I'll probably wear guns to people that like guns, but I had me a 22 and I had a ball. I felt like I was a professional, tearing that target up. That thing, I still got the target. I was going for the dick, okay? Because he was mad. All the men I told was like mad at me. Don't you ever do that. But no. Like, I was going for it because it was just a target, but the point is, it was a lot of white people buying up guns. And they wasn't mean. I mean, to the store's clerk, I could spot out a racist. I could spot him out. He didn't like Black people. He didn't want me to be buying no gun. He was treating me with respect, because I'm going to treat you. I'm going to make my demeanor so that you're going to have to respect me. And so I could tell he was like looking at us all like that. And it's a look you got when you don't like Black people. It's a look you have that you can tell. People treat you different. Their stance is different. You can see it in their eyes. You can see the irritation. You can see the hate. You can almost smell the hate. So there was this guy that was younger than me, tall guy. He was nice. I didn't feel that spirit on him. But he bought an AK, like an assault rifle. He brought like an assault rifle. In my mind, I'm like, now what the hell he's doing with this type of gun? You're not hunting animals. These look like the guns that y'all go in and they go in and shoot schools up. But they were buying out the guns. like guns. And in my opinion, people that can get a gun, that has a mind, their mind right, you know, no psychos that gets guns, that's not right. But I think that black people that can get guns should get guns. You gotta get guns. You these days you have to protect your house, but if you have mental issues, you don't need no damn gun. So yeah, that's absolutely true. So let me see here. There was Regina King, black woman, of course. She had her opinion on why or what it's saying for Trump to do his first rally in Black Wall Street. Let me see what she say here. 1 second, y'all, to pull it up. Computer. I gotta play. Let me start this because it'll start playing if I click on anything. Of course, it's slow as ever. Come on. Got 1,000 megabytes. Let's go. And what do y'all think about everything so far? And I'm almost done. I had a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm not even going to get to a lot of it. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was Ivanka Trump. This thing don't hurry up. Ivanka Trump, who is Trump's daughter, which I don't know. It's about to play, so never mind, guys. Let me play this. What Regina King said. Uh-oh, that's the ad. Can't play the ad. But Ivanka Trump, in the middle of what's going on, she was asked to give a speech, a commencement at the 2020 graduation. I'm gonna get to that next. I might get to it next. I don't know. Let's see.
We're more aware of the historical significance of Tulsa in many ways thanks to your show. I feel as though people understand more the significance of Juneteenth, which commemorates the ending of slavery. And
thanks, Tex.
You're probably aware that
Donald Trump, so sweet.
His first rally back post, even though it seems wrong to say post-COVID because it's still happening, but he is going to be in Tulsa on.
Thanks,
Juneteenth.
Angie Pooh.
What was your reaction to hearing that?
I have to be honest, I just heard that, not too long before we started talking, and I still kind of have chills because it is, in a lot of ways, and he does it all the time, but this, like, he is really throwing the finger up. He is really like, I give 2 Fs, 2 snaps up in the finger. That's what he's giving us. And it's infuriating. It's infuriating. It's almost like, when you're a kid, Eddie Murphy does this in one of his jokes a long time ago, and you drop your ice cream and the other kid with the ice cream is like, na, 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 na. That's what it feels that trivial, but it cuts.
Well, I share your anger and shock at that decision. I do want to.
They go to talk about other stuff.
Directed episodes of television before.
I'm gonna look that up because yes, thanks so much for the donations, y'all. I truly appreciate you. Texas, I always go to your channel and look for you don't even know I'm there a lot of times. I look for the super chat or thing. I don't know if you have it because I never see it. And thank you so much, Angie Pooh. She's Tex says, Spicy, did you hear about the young black man that was found hanging from a tree? They claim it was suicide. The other said, no, I just saw that today. I'm gonna look at that up. I just saw that today. Something the woman was the loved one. His loved one said they said it was a suicide over coronavirus. First of all, we don't fucking do that. Excuse my language. You don't really see black people. We don't hang ourselves, okay? That's not our type of thing. A lot of us don't commit suicide because we believe that God will go to hell, to be honest. A lot of black people, even people that don't no longer believe Christian way, they don't believe that way anymore. They don't believe in committing suicide, for one, but you still have people that do it. You still have black people that do it. And usually it's by pills. Sorry to say. They don't, and they rarely do them other type of things. They don't do that. Angie Pooh says, oh, okay. Thank you, Angie. Oh, let me see. You says, text trying to figure out how to, yes, because I be looking text because we bless each other. I want to start doing more of that. Give more. When you give, you receive. That happens. It's going to happen whether you believe in the Bible or not. When you give, you get back. That's just how the universe works. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we just don't, that's not how we kill ourselves. And I hate to say that because I don't believe in killing yourself. I feel like if you kill yourself, you lose your opportunity to repent. You don't have a chance. You don't have a way. You going straight somewhere else. That's what we believe. So yes, that's a bull crap lie. And that's just, it's awful. They still doing it. And that's why they're being exposed, because the police officers are killing black people. Their hate is so bad. That's why I don't like to see when, like, during the protest, I seen this black guy. It was 5 cops lined up. I think it was one guy. He looked like he could be Spanish. I don't know. But it was 5 cops, white. Let's just say white, lined up. He went to everyone and said, "You look like a man," to the woman. He went to him, said, "You're ugly. Your head is bald." He went like, why are you doing that? That's not, I wish black people stop. Okay, stop doing it. That when you have an opportunity, you want to just go out there and initiate agitating a police officer. Why would you do that when we dealing with them killing people? Because they might not get you, they might get the innocent person. Take it out on them. And the guy was grown. And I was just like, he need to stop. I don't like that shit. And I hear a lot of white people say, y'all kill each other. It was a guy, he was a KKK man. He was in the KKK. And he was like, black on black, Black Lives Matter, my ass, F you. And he was like, y'all kill each other. And I don't like to hear that. I don't want to give them an opportunity to say that y'all kill each other. That's embarrassing. And it's true. It's true. I just don't like it. So I did hear about that. And that's crazy. There is no way that man killed himself. Let me see if I can find a quick video. But there's no way that black man hung himself. We don't do that. We don't hang ourselves. That's some bullshit. We don't drown ourselves. We don't hang ourselves. We don't shoot ourselves. We don't do shit like that. We like life. Trust me. We love life. And if that happens, will you ever find a black person really killing themselves? I'm trying to tell you. That's just, we was taught against that. Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I could find it. Hopefully I can real fast. This is so horrible. I'm gonna play this. I don't know which video to play. Let's check ABC 7, because I'm sure that's where the person's from. So let me check that real quick. Here we go. I found it. Man, this is some shit, man. These cops are crazy. I need these gangster thugs that always want to be gangster, the ones that cheat, they black, I'm talking about, that cheats on their women and call them bitches, that exploits their own kind. Get your ass over there and go attack these motherfuckers. You want to kill somebody, you want to hurt somebody, don't do it to your own people. It's enough people doing that to us. Anyway, let's go here real quick. It takes a second to come up because something's going on with my internet. Okay. Body of Robert Fuller found hanging from a tree in Palmdale.
Tragedy in Palmdale, where a man is found dead hanging from a tree, and authorities say it's the parent's suicide. The victim, identified as 24-year-old Robert Fuller, he was found with the rope around his neck on 9th Street East, not far from Palmdale City Hall. Investigators are talking to the man's family. A full autopsy is expected to determine the exact cause of death.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Click the ABC 7 logo to subscribe to our Eyewitness News YouTube channel.
A lot of questions about the death of a 24-year-old man in Palmdale.
That's right. Investigators think that Robert Fuller died by suicide, but his family thinks his death was a hate crime. Kickle 9's Rachel Kim talked to heartbroken family members about that tonight.
Near Palmdale City Hall tonight, a somber gathering at the spot where sheriff's investigators say a passerby saw 24-year-old Robert Fuller hanging from a tree on June 10th around 3:40 a.m. Family and friends were there to remember his life.
He was very loving, funny, happy, humble.
Very humble, quiet. He wasn't a troublesome kid. I don't think he ever got in trouble. He was so laid back and a quiet, bubbly personality.
Pernisha Theus and Deborah Lemley are Fuller's cousins. They were joined by dozens of others today at Palmdale City Hall to refute what investigators had to say about his death.
Although the investigation is ongoing, it appears that Mr. Fuller has tragically died by suicide.
He was not suicidal. He had no mental illnesses, and we don't want that to be, we don't want that to be implied.
Theus says Fuller comes from a tight-knit family, and they don't believe the preliminary suicide finding. They tell us Fuller just returned from visiting siblings in Arizona and showed no signs of any problems.
Do you believe this was a hate crime?
I do. I mean, it's a lynching. We have a lot of questions that we need answers to.
The sheriff's department said they are continuing to investigate the circumstances of Fuller's death, and a full autopsy will be completed. Fuller's family and community members want his death investigated as a homicide.
So why would you put out a public statement saying that it was possible suicide and you don't have all the answers?
That was what the preliminary impression was from the coroner and the investigators that were out there. Now, I am damn determined to find out, and that's why the city manager and I have been working the phones to talk with other investigative agencies that may be able to assist us in this process.
Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know what y'all stand for.
Community members vowed to find answers. So did Fuller's family.
We're not letting up. We're not letting this get swept under the rug. We're going to get our own report for the autopsy and investigate it. Whatever we have to do to find out the truth, that's what we're going to go do.
Palmdale's mayor said they will leave no stone unturned in this investigation and guarantee transparency in their findings. Anyone with information about Mr. Fuller's death is asked to call the LA County Sheriff's Department's Homicide Bureau. Reporting from Palmdale, Rachel Kim, KCAL 9 News.
Back. Oh, y'all don't even hear nothing I'm saying. Oh, Okay. So I'm not repeating. I'm sorry, y'all. And I get so carried away. Angie Pooh also, make sure y'all go to Angie Pooh's make sure y'all go to Angie. I know I see I just was talking away. Good God Almighty. Angie Pooh has a YouTube channel as well. Angie Pooh 215 channel. And yes, it pisses me off. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Angie Pooh for people that's watching it, because we always talk about real things, and we always, you like our channels. We talk about the latest and greatest, you know. Also Texas Black Diamond. You know why? Because I just go on and on and on. But I'm about to end, guys. I really appreciate y'all coming. Before I do, it's just like murder after murder after murder. Javier, I don't know if they pronounce it Spanish. Y'all hear about Javier, Javer, Ambler, another black man. He was killed right on video. The man was going 100 miles an hour, and the cops stopped him due to him having his high beams on. They claimed they was trying to tell him that his high beams was on, but it just don't make sense. If he's going 100 miles an hour, you're telling us it was about high beams. Why wouldn't it be about speeding? Anyway, they get him. They under arrest. He crashes. Obviously, something's wrong with him. And when he tells them several times, I have congestive heart failure. And they still continue to tase him. He said it. He said, I can't breathe. They tase him. They tell him, you're stop resisting. He says, sir, I'm not resisting. I have congestive heart failure. He died. They killed him and allow him to die. They tased him, and they not listening. Obviously, y'all, when they telling them, I can't breathe, you need to stop what you're doing. Cops, stop if they tell you they can't breathe. Otherwise, they need to throw these mother in jail. They need to go to jail. Man, it's a long one. I just wanted to make sure y'all, that's every story is this week is about cops hurting people, killing people, black people, everyone killing black people, or black people turning up dead and they lying about it. Man, I have never wished nobody died. I never did. I have lately. I ain't gonna lie. But then I'm just angry, so I always repent. And I pray and say, well, Lord, you know how I feel. Even if I tell you I don't mean this, you already know how I feel. Because I am so sick of them doing this to us. I am so tired. I'm tired of this earth. No, I'm not killing myself because I don't believe in that. But I'm tired. I just want to be in heaven with you. Like, I don't want to be here. We're fed up. Fed up. Yes, I pray for them as well, Tex. And we just pray for our loved ones, because these people are murderers. They go get badges. They go get jobs to be medical examiners. Fucking animals. But they call us 3/5 of a human? No, you're 2/5 of a fucking human. And I know my language is bad right now because I'm really hurt behind it. They keep doing it in broad daylight, on camera, and they try to tell you that's not what you saw. And for you to have a fucking Trump who goes up there and tells you, I saw the video, but I want to see what we didn't see. What the fuck? And for him to go try to do a rally in Oklahoma at the Black Wall Street. I'm just fed up. He's losing a polls. They scared because he's plundering, whatever they call it. He's going there. Even his own people are calling him out. His own people are sick of his shit. Where's your heart at? How can I trust a man that don't have a heart in his chest for people? How can I trust a leader that don't love people, that don't like people? He calls black people sons of bitches, which to me, that's disrespectful. You calling my mama a bitch? Like, what you call black people incompetent. He's called Maxine Waters low IQ. Maxine Waters is a congresswoman, a black congresswoman who has been for many, many years. He disrespects any woman, but then he calls, when he refers to black people, they always stupid or slow or low IQ. We're not slow and stupid. We're angry. and fed up. I'm ready to close out, guys. It's a lot. Hey, Charlotte. Prima. I don't see Prima, but it's spicy. But okay, is Prima here? Hey, Prima. Hey, Charlotte. But yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I know y'all tired of it. We need jobs in these different places. Like we FBI agents, medical examiners. We need jobs in the police force. I want the police force to stay out of our neighborhood. They don't need to be in a black neighborhood if they not about the black. There was an ex-cop in Baltimore who got out the force because I believe he had a broken, something was wrong with his shoulder. And he was disillusioned. Do y'all know that he said that there are metrics, in your job, my job, we can't have people do this. We can't have people do that. That goes against our metrics. And you have to keep your metrics in order to keep your job and get raises. So the cops' metrics, he said, has to be changed. Their metrics is arrest as many people as you can. That is a reward for them to arrest people. And he talked about it. He was in a Suburbans. He was driving around with the reporter as he talked about it. He said, see, do you see anybody out? No. So 2 blocks down, I go to the ghetto. And there's black people here. So we want to arrest black people because we get rewarded. Everybody carries a pocket knife. I got a pocket knife. I'm sure you carry a pocket knife. This is what he said. Oh, y'all hear me? Okay. And he said, everybody carry pocket knives, but there's nobody out here. So what I do, I go to the black neighborhood. I need a rest to keep good standing with my job. So I go mess with black people just because you got a pocket knife, although I got one in my pocket. So their metrics are built. Their metrics are created to target black people, to target minorities, Latina people as well, because they're in the hood too. Their metrics are geared towards that. That video with Quanell X, they created a law so they can legally fuck with people, because Trump does not like Mexican people in this country. I love Mexican people. I grew up, it's fun when you work at Boston Market and you and the cook, and I'm the cashier, or I like the server when I get the food. It was just fun when I look back right behind me and the guy that's back there cut the meat up, the chicken, he's Mexican, because they funny. They remind me of my own dad. Like, my dad's not Mexican, but just dry humor, funny, down to earth. I feel very comfortable with him. And his food always tastes good. And I don't feel that hate. I understand him. He understands me, even though we are different. We understand each other, and we love each other. I don't understand why Trump has a racial conflict with them in some ways. I know I'm not stupid. I know that a lot of them cross without being able to come in the country. So he builds a wall. He talks about them, but they're the ones that's behind in the restaurant, in your favorite restaurant, Italian restaurant, where you get your favorite food. You paying for it, Trump, and they the ones back there making it. They the ones doing the labor. We black and Mexicans, we the ones cleaning. We the ones doing the work. Like, I don't do it. I'm not a cleaning, but a lot of us do it. We got those essential jobs, but you target us. No, it's not right. It's not right. They create laws just so they can get away with it. Like Trump said when he did that interview with Faulkner. I keep forgetting her name, on Fox News. Make sure y'all check out that interview. She's a black reporter. She works for Fox News, but she had my heart on that interview. She asked those tough questions. He talked about everything but George Floyd. He talked about the riots, but you didn't talk about what caused the riots. I don't call it a riot, motherfucker. I call it war on your ass. You don't get to tell me that you can choke me because I looks like I'm stronger than you. If you want this police force and you weak, why the fuck you want a police force? I'm really angry lately. I can't help it. Okay, let's see what Yisrael says. How do we get the white man foot off? How do we get the white man foot off our neck? You stop loving the enemy and start loving yourself. That means you fight at all costs. You fight. Damn right. Damn right. Because guess what? They ain't nothing but they not scary. They not nobody to be scared of. When they got you scared, right? When they got you afraid, you want to get locked up. They can push you, shove you, call you names, disrespect you, give you tickets because they know that you're scared. Oh, they know I'll lock her ass up. But when we all come together and when we change these laws first, and then, like you said, start loving yourself. Stop loving them. Yes, because I know we was taught, and I don't agree with this. We was, as Black people, a lot of us was taught, love your enemies. And I understand that. I will never hate anyone to the point where I want them. Well, I have, but I prayed against it. But I'm just saying, I don't want to hate, but I don't want to keep loving. I believe showing that compassion to people that hate you. Because I always say this, would you hate Satan? And for some, if Satan was real, would you hate him? Somebody that comes to steal, kill, and destroy? Would you love him? Would you forgive him? Would you give him another chance after he done lied to your ass? After he stole everything you had? After you opened your door because he was saying he was hungry? You fed him and he held you up with a gun and took everything you have? What you gonna do? Give him your car too? So I agree. Stop doing stuff for the enemy. Love yourself. You can't love your neighbor anyway if you don't love yourself. You don't have some type of confidence in yourself. And another thing, we got to stop killing each other. And I mean that. I mean, stop tearing each other down. Joe Budden, Nicki Minaj came out, said she's giving some of the proceeds. Her and 6ix9ine did a song together. I'm giving some of these proceeds to bail people out of jail that's going to jail for the protest. First thing Joe Budden said, why? He said some. Well, what the you Black? For one, everybody, a lot, not everyone, because I love Nicki, but a lot of industry people are jealous of her. They are, because she happens to be pretty without makeup. She happens to be talented without buying songs to make hits. The woman has been in the game for years and she didn't have to buy songs. This woman, she wrote music. I write. I'm sure y'all write because we talented. So, hi, Deja Vu. So you go attack her because what? So you can draw a lot of people that agree with you to go towards her, because that's the fucking ignorant things that I'm talking about. Ouch. Sorry, guys. I'm just irritated with it. I'm just like, that's the first thing you do is you attack her. What do you not give? What are you giving? You didn't mention anything about giving. And then when people confront him, he tried to play it off like, oh yeah, I forget what exactly he said, but you're not even, what are you giving to the cause? There's a couple things here that I found. There's so much things and stuff to talk about. I'm going to go soon, but I did want to show y'all this Joe Budden thing, because I went to I left a message on his Instagram, and I told his ass off. And I think he might have, then somebody left a comment telling his ass off. And he was like, who are you? Excuse me, guys. If I can find it. If not, that's okay. Because I got all of this stuff and it's hard to find. But anyway, I can just explain. That's just it. You go and you attack another Black woman. Stop killing your own with your words. Stop destroying your own by talking down you in public. And the first thing you do is tear them down, because you try to draw all these people to agree with you and start attacking Nicki. That's what he tried to do. Why would you do that? Nicki Minaj stopped. She does not come on social media that much anymore. And her fans love her. I love her. You don't have to love her. Her fans who really count, they love her. We love her. So you attack her because you want other industry people to attack her, because you know that when they start attacking, the articles are going to print it and the articles are going to try to make her look bad, because you have a disdain. After your bitch ass went on her Queen radio show, she had to even cut his mic off because she kept telling him, Joe, that's not true. That's not what happened. That's a lie. He kept repeating it until she got very upset and said, cut his mic. He could not just stop and accept that's not the truth, dude. I'm setting the truth out to you. He still tried to make her to be a liar. Something that's not true. Then she did him a favor and went on his podcast. And I thought that was cool, but what happened? As soon as she put an announcement out, she's helping with George Floyd. She could have did what the baby did, the rapper, the baby. He did a video. He used that opportunity to stand in front of the protesters and make a music video, which this stinks. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why are you using this opportunity to make a video? You are the one that portrays yourself to be so thug. But when we got KKK people telling women, vulnerable women, black women in Alabama, that they're going to shoot everybody up, including the mayor, if they touch that Confederate flag. Why you ain't run over there and help her? But you out here making a video looking like a thug, using the protesters to make a music video? I don't want it. It stinks. Alicia Keys, Cardi B, which I don't feel that bad. Cardi's from the hood, but Alicia Keys, it didn't feel right when they want to make this too commercial. This is serious. It's serious. If y'all really are using this as a time to show you're involved as an entertainer, stay the hell out of it. We don't want that. I don't want you to make this commercial. This is reality. This is not entertainment. To make a music video, I just didn't like it, guys. I didn't like it. I didn't agree with it. I don't agree with it. So he did that. Okay. It's just it was just a black disgrace to me. For him to say a portion of the proceeds, huh? LOL. What the fuck? What are you giving? And after, like I said, y'all just had to talk. You went on her show. She said the truth out. You still try to make it like she was a lie. It's like the devil. And then she goes on his show. And it was cool. Nikki didn't have to go to his show after what he did. And then months later, now as soon as the woman puts out a message that she's giving some of the proceeds for the video trolls to bail people out, he asked just a portion. But that's what I mean. You're not taking a gun and shooting her, but you using your words to destroy her image, who she is, her reputation, trying to make her look bad, like the devil that comes to steal, the devil that comes to destroy, to kill. That's what he did. He is a black man, and he's tearing down a black woman. Oh, thank you, Jihad. Oh, Jihad, you're so sweet. I get very, 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 very mad at that and just emotional over it. Sis, black folks need to mind our own business because nobody minds ours. Are you going to start taking calls in during your lives? I would love the dialogue. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, I am. I will do that. I got a mixer. I just don't know how to hook it up. And this computer, never get an all-in-one computer. If I will try to hook my phone into the computer because it has to come out the speaker. So I will work on that for the next time. And hopefully tonight, if not, soon. Yeah, that's a great idea. And thank you so much again for the donation. God bless you 1,000-fold. Protect your family and everybody's family. I pray over us all. But yet you can't tear your own down. That's another way to tear your own. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. We are going through a fucking time when white people who are racist can tell you to your face, y'all kill each other. And this nut dumb guy, he goes and he tries to tear her down. He looks bad. Because thank God people wasn't falling for it. People wasn't going to go and fall for it. That just didn't make sense because there's other ways you can tear your own down. Target your own, tear them down. It's time for us to stop doing it. I just think so. And I'm going to be honest. When they did that to R. Kelly, it was another way. And it was tough for some people because of the crime. Oh, thank you so much, Yisrael. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. Black power. Damn right. And like I said, I love y'all. I'm not saying that I'm just saying black power. It is what it is. Because it is power. You're not going to keep doing that shit to us. It's so much I can go on and on and on about, but we're going to save some of that. It's just not the right time to be targeting your own. It's no time to target your own. Let's put an end to that stuff. Targeting your own. And if you so thugged out and gangster, for the ones that went over and hung Fuller, why don't you take your gangster ass and protect those KKK places. You gangsters and you gang bangers that have gang bangers, and both of y'all groups are black or Latino. Why don't y'all come together and fight this greater battle? Go fight for your people. Go protect your people. Deja Vu, thank you so much, Deja Vu. Go fight for your people, because I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. We tired. We tired. And I will be telling these people out here. I might become an activist out here. I don't know. That's how I feel. It's facts. It's facts. You a thug, you on a corner hustling, and you carry a weapon and you shoot at your own. Somebody shot at, no, he didn't shoot, but he pulled a gun on me before, this guy. I was so insulted because I feel inside of me I'm a woman, but there is this man masculinity in me. I felt my ego, my she-go was hit. I am hetero, but I felt I don't feel like a punk. I'm not a punk. And so when he did that, I wanted to go back, man. But I told these two black cops, this is what I'm saying. We need more black cops in the black hood. We don't need, and if you white and you really love black people, then okay. But if you know you don't like black people, they don't need them in our neighborhood. I told these two black cops, he was like, where he at? He said, tell me how he looked. He pulled his paper out. I tried to describe him. He was like, I saw him 3 times that night, the cops, 2 of them, because they was ready to protect me. They looked like me. They understood me. They believed me. That's what we need. But just get the message to the thugs and the gangsters out there, the gang bangers out there. They all over Chicago. Why don't y'all stop fighting each other? Switch it up. Switch it up. You got a bigger enemy. They called white supremacists. They called KKK. They still out there. Why don't y'all protect us? Protect us. Help us. Y'all want to get rid of the police? We're going to need some help. Help us. Help us. And I love y'all. I really thank everybody for everything. Everything. And I pray God bless you. Even if you don't believe in God, I still pray He bless you. That He watch over your family, everybody that's connected to you. He touch everything you eat. That He washes it clean from all impurities, because you never know a monster that's cooking your food. You don't know. This is bringing out a lot of people that don't like you. It's bringing out a lot of people that are exposed. They can't stand the fact that we saying Black Lives Matter, and that their own people are saying, yes, Black Lives Matter. They matter. They matter. Starbucks, on my way out, Starbucks did not want their employees, again, because they did this before. They did something against us before. They didn't want their employees wearing Black Lives Matter. They got exposed. It was exposed in a memo. Somebody exposed them, and they try to recant and say, yeah, it's against, they said it was, they didn't want them to wear it because they don't want to do like political things, this and that on their job or something. Then when they got exposed, they said, okay, they won't. No, well, hell no. Fuck Starbucks. Starbucks coffee. My coffee tastes better than that. I mean, I like the salted mocha caramel, but the name sounds better than it tastes. It's nothing. You know, I can get that from somewhere else. I'm gonna start supporting my business more than my own people's businesses more than ever before, because now I'm finding out a lot of y'all don't care about us. Nike came out. Nike said that they're gonna start making Juneteenth, the day that slavery was abolished, a holiday. Excuse me, guys. They're gonna start making it a holiday. And there were some people in the comments saying, well, white people should still be able to work, should not get the pay, holiday pay. Well, I don't agree with that, because why? Then they're going to say it's racist. You know, I think it's smart for them to do that. I can't agree with that. Of course I would I know I wouldn't, because you have to be fair. We have a lot of holidays that ain't Black. Columbus and things that they just took Columbus off of the statue in our downtown area. They knocked that down yesterday. Christopher Columbus and Caesar Rodney came down. They had the trucks took it down. Everybody in the whole wide world is seeing, and it's not going to happen anymore. It's not happening anymore. Black Lives Matter. Don't tell me all lives matter. Don't tell me what I already know. But what you've tried to do is you try to keep us down. And it's not happening anymore. It's not happening no more. With this generation, your ass gonna be pushed out the way and exposed. And I need my gangbangers to come together. I need Latins, and blacks to really come together. We minority, but we majority when we come together. God bless us all. And I thank y'all so much. Text Black said, and you think, okay. Text Black says the system, what the system doing to Robert is Kelly. Let me read that again so it can be clear. What the system is doing to Robert Kelly is out of hand. Just look at the treatment between Robert and others. Exactly. What they doing is crazy. It's out of hand. And it's time to vote in our states where we at, local government. You know, the people in Cook County, they need to, whoever is in Chicago, gotta vote so they could change laws, things they need to see. Prison reform, they need to push it. We need to push it. That you're presumed, when, how the hell you want to tell me this man hung himself? Look at the statistics of how many black people hang themselves in any time frame. And you won't find that. You don't find that. But yet you quick to take up for the one that do the crime instead of letting a man that have been accused of a crime have a chance to really prove his case, be presumed innocent before he's proven guilty. You won't even, I know it's a tough one. A lot of people, look, 2008, that happened. The man shouldn't be dealing with younger women. That's what I felt like. But at the end of the day, he can deal with younger women because he wants to, and they're legal. You know, at least let him have a chance to, especially when you just let Michael Avenatti out. That pisses. You let Michael Avenatti out. This man got charges that are federal. You let him out for what? COVID-19. They took his license and they let him out to spend the rest of his COVID-19 while it's the sickness. Let him come out. So you know what he gonna do? That's just crazy. He could leave the country, but you won't let R. Kelly out when he don't got no charges on his record. All accusations. Legally, technically, no charges on his record. Because guess what? He's black. So we do gotta fight harder. So don't tell me black lives don't matter. Don't make me equal to you. All lives matter. We're not talking about that because we don't get the same treatment. It's a reason why. So thank y'all again. Okay, I see. Said I'm okay. My comments are off. I'm drowsy. Okay, y'all. Tammy, hey. What do I think about Terry Crews' comments? Terry Crews, I don't agree and approve of him because it's not the one comment. This is the second time that I can remember of him trying to equalize, trying to take up. He's trying to take up for wrong people. He's always trying his first, what he does first is it always is taken up for the wrong one. You need to be black first. So I don't agree with Terry Crews. I'm sick of his ass and I'm over him and Charles Barkley. You are black first. I'm done with Candace Owens' funky ass. Her ass is being used. And when they done with her, they're going to throw her ass away. And she going to try to run back to the black people then. And the last thing I'm going to say is colorist. Asian doll, rapper Asian doll. She's not a mainstream rapper. You might not even know who she is. She brown or she dark skinned. She made a comment about light skinned people, colorist to dark skinned people. I don't experience that because I actually, it's how you see things. If you see things, I think that it's light skin is beautiful. I think that brown skin is beautiful. And I think that chocolate is beautiful. You got to kind of change the way you think, Asian. You got to change. And they say with a name like Asian doll, sound like you the colorist. But no, you got to change. I don't like things affecting me that bad. So I will change how I think about it, which is going to change how I feel about it. And then it's going to change what is. It's going to change what I receive, the law of attraction. I feel like, yes, back to that, Terry Crews is always going to what he first does is he takes up for the wrong. the wrong. And then he tries to make us understand because his wife is white, I guess. But that's you black first. You chose to marry a white woman, okay, but you black first. You need to hear, you should have that innate feeling. You should already feel the experience. That's how I feel. I feel like he's wrong, but I don't deal with him no more. I don't like him and his views. I don't like his views. So I'll be back soon, guys. I might come live later. We might talk some more. I will try to figure out how to hook up the phone to the computer, and I'll try to let y'all call and start really get y'all what y'all have to say, because I know y'all powerful, and I know what you have to say is intelligent, and it's going to help me and everybody else. And I thank everybody again for your donations. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Black motherfucking power. Peace. Okay, peace, guys.